The last things that Jesus said when the disciples asked him, Lord, what will be the signs of the end before your coming? And he said, take heed that no one deceive you. And in the book of Timothy 1:4, it says that in the last days, some will depart from the faith, giving heed to deceiving spirits and doctrines of demons. Doctrines of demons. How can somebody who started out following Christ then give heed to doctrines of demons? Well, why don't we have a look in the beginning with Genesis, okay? When Adam and Eve walked with God, they knew God. Everything was perfect. All they knew was truth. All they knew was love. All they knew was fellowship with God. And then one day they gave heed to the serpent. Take heed that you be not deceived. In the last days, many will take heed to deceiving spirits. So they got distracted. Well, it wasn't Adam, it was actually Eve. And she took heed to the serpent's lies. It was a deceiving spirit. The serpent, Satan, who was embodied in a serpent, in a snake. And he said to Eve, he said, did God really say? So you have to know the word for yourself, so that when deception lures its ugly head, that snake, you can say, it is written, it is written, it is written. And today I felt that the Lord was talking to me about this, and about in the last days, many will depart from the faith. It says that some will depart from the faith here in the word of God. But I know from personal experience, I know quite a few people that have departed from the faith due to rejection and hurt, and they're given heed to deceitful spirits. Why? Because it appealed to their flesh. And that's what happened with Eve. Why don't you take the fruit? Did God really say? It appealed to her soulish realm. It will make you wise. Look at it. It looks pleasant to eat. It appealed to the human being's desires, the flesh. And the Lord calls us to deny our flesh, and to deny ourselves, take up our cross and follow him. And when we truly love God, we're going to say no to a lot of things in life. And this says, in the last days, some will depart from the faith, giving heed to doctrines of demons. They're listening to the hissing of that evil snake, the same serpent that came to Eve in the garden. And the Lord said, eat of any tree, eat of the tree of life. But the demon, the spirit, decided that it was going to highlight this one tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Some of us have settled for knowing things. We're so knowledgeable. We know the Bible. We know history. Some of us, you might be able to rightly divide the word of God, and you've made the word of God an idol, and you've partook of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.